Man City have finally signed a player from Borussia Dortmund known as Akanji. Akanji is really a central defender who plays with a right foot in the FAU, and they've brought in another central defender. And obviously, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang talks to Chelsea still going on as usual. Reason being, they are really putting in Marcos Alonso back in the deal because Xavi doesn't believe in Jordi Alba defensively. He wants to bring in a left back who is good defensively and going forward. Then we are talking Paredes from PSG to Juventus on loan, and obviously there is a buyout clause that has been put into the contract at a side which goes by the names of Juventus. And then Konrad Laimer, another player playing for RB Leipzig. Liverpool wanted to bring him in and sign him. Something is still wrong with the deal, but Liverpool are still trying to pursue the deal and make it happen. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? Rokani David is my name. As usual, I'm here to bring you the latest news and information as far as these transfers are concerned. Remember, in Netherlands, Eredivisie, the transfer is closing down today, meaning that for any team that wants to bring in a player from Eredivisie, obviously it's supposed to be done before today. So, but tomorrow, obviously the entire Europe, especially the top tier leagues, 5 leagues, their windows are going to be open, but other leagues, windows will be open, and that's the championship, the window will be open, and transfers will be happening for players crossing to the championship. So, Rokani David is my name. Subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Let's start off with this Aubameyang story. Aubameyang was really attacked by robbers, you know that very well, but obviously he got an injury on his jaw. But Chelsea are saying, no way, a jaw doesn't play football. It's all about the legs and the ankles and the knees. If they're okay, we still want this player. FABRIZIO Romano has told us that the two clubs are in direct contact today as they want to reach an agreement in the next hours. Being told that Marcos Alonso is again discussed as part of the deal. Chelsea FC have made new proposal with fixed fee plus Alonso up to Barcelona now. Obviously, when you hear that Alonso Marcus is into the deal, obviously I know this deal is going to happen, because when you weigh in and you are Xavi on staying with Aubameyang and selling him and bringing on Marcos Alonso, what do? I think it's better you sell Aubameyang and you get it Marcos Alonso plus some good amount of money, meaning that the fee is going to narrow to like 20 million euros. Then Marcos Alonso will be valued at like 10 million euros because Barcelona want 30 million euros for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And obviously, you'll get in money that the club will want, and they'll go on and really say, all right, it's done and dusted, and that's what we needed to go on and do. So when you look at a team which goes by names of Barcelona, they are interested in Marcos Alonso. I've already told you that the manager of Barcelona, Xavi, said he doesn't trust Jordi Alba. That's why there is Zalde in the for you, that left back from the academy. He played him in that game where they beat. Which team did they beat over the weekend? Is it Real Sociedad? They beat it by 4 goals. It was not Real Sociedad. The team Barcelona beat 4-1. And obviously, Jordi Alba was not part of the team because Xavi says Jordi Alba is good, but obviously he's not good defensively. Going forward, he's superb. Defensively, he is lacking, and he doesn't want a defender who's not complete, especially in that full-back position of Barcelona. And he played Jules Koundé on the right back of his team. So that's what Fabrizio told us about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, but obviously he's also interested in more for Chelsea, and Chelsea are still hunting in for a centre forward. Yesterday they were beaten by Southampton by 2-1, Sterling scoring his 3rd goal in 2 games, but obviously that goal was not enough to really grant them what we call a win or to get points from that side which goes by names of St. Mary's Stadium. So that is an update about Aubameyang. I thought it was very much crucial for me to come in through and really tell you something about the Aubameyang situation. Then we've been told by FABRIZIO Romano, here we go, Manuel Akanji to Man City, here we go. Full agreement completed with Borussia Dortmund on Tuesday night. Contracts are being prepared right now, 17 million euros fixed. Akanji has agreed personal terms and he will complete medical tests in the next hours. No CB, we leave City. That's it. So, Manuel Akanji, I first got to know about him when Rangnick was at Manchester United. You all know that I'm really a good fan and I support Manchester United for over 2 decades. Rangnick, the interim manager by then, told the board that please go in and sign Akanji
good central defender. He has the energy. His physicality is not doubted. 1.8 meters tall. That is 1.87 meters tall. That is a towering lad in the for you. Then he told them that you can't bring him. Obviously, he'll improve that central defense of Manchester United. Then the board never really went in for that. They said, all right, your proposals are good, but you aren't going to be here. And Rangnick was sacked. And obviously, Ten Hag came in through and we said, no, I'm not going in for Akanji. I'm not going in for Pau Torres. I'm going in for Lisandro Martinez. And obviously, Lisandro Martinez is doing wonders with the height into that team of a side which goes by the names of Manchester United. But Akanji was supposed to come to Manchester United, recommended and approved by Rangnick, but obviously has crossed to City. And this is going to show you how this man who goes by the names of Rangnick really had an eye of good players, and that's why he's a good sporting director. And after this window closing, United will go out there and mourn why they never kept him at the club, because he would have gotten in Erik Ten Hag, cheap and good players. Look at Akanji, 17 million euros only, because he was left with just 1 year on his contract. And if at all they never sold him in the summer, he would have gone out on a cheap in the January transfer window. So Borussia Dortmund has managed to get out 17 million euros out of the player, and he is really a central defender that is going to come into the Man City team. And remember, Man City are bringing in this Swiss player because they've been conceding goals. That's it. If you talk about Man City conceding goals, they've been conceding goals. The first game they never conceded. They won 2-0 against West Ham. They won 4-0 against Bournemouth. But in their past 2 games, they've been conceding goals a lot. They conceded 3 against Newcastle. And last weekend, they conceded 2 against Leicester City, and it required them to come from behind to go ahead and really win the game of football. And today against Nottingham Forest, you never know what's going to happen, but obviously Man City are really a better team than Nottingham. But obviously you can't rule out why they brought in Akanji, because people like Diaz are good, but they are really injury prone. Look at John Stones. The previous 2 games have been playing for Man City. He has not been playing very well, and the reason why they've been fronting him to that central defense, yet he's ill, was because they never had a better option to play to that central defense. So it shows you how Pep Guardiola needed a player like Akanji into his central defense, and is going to add solidarity, you get, and the rock is really going to be immense that can't be broken at the side which goes by names of Man City. So that is a man who goes by names of Akanji. He's really great player coming from the Bundesliga, scouted by a man who goes by the names of Rangnick. He was supposed to come to United, but United said no, and obviously the player really has gone to Man City. All those players that he has been scouting have gone to good teams, by the way. Even the next player you're talking about was one of those players that he wanted to bring at Manchester United to bolster that midfield. By Portugal, he's a reporter of Sky Sports in Germany, has told us that Liverpool tried to get Konrad Laimer in the last couple of days, but a deal was impossible. Then he continued to let us know that while Liverpool won't be able to get Konrad Laimer this summer, they are still interested in the midfielder who will be available as a free agent. That is Liverpool for you. Konrad Laimer is another player that Rangnick had identified to come in and bolster that midfield option of Manchester United, and obviously United backed out of the deal, and he's cheap. He's at like 20-25 million euros, and I really believe that Liverpool can go in and really get that player. I don't know the reason as to why Liverpool have not been able to get this player, but obviously he's a very good one. He's a very good player. If I'm to let you know, he's a very, very good player. A player who goes by the names of Konrad Laimer. He's Australian. He's young. He's a box-to-box midfielder. He has an engine, and he's a modern midfielder. He's press-resistant. He has some jinking foot sometimes, has a wonderful pass, and he has a heavy shot on him. And obviously, when you want him to go in and really put in that press that is relentless, he'll put it up, and he can really give you the best that Jurgen Klopp really wants. But Jurgen Klopp is really having lots of problems in the for you. He came out and really told us that they tried to really make a bid of a player, and it was rejected because the player never wanted to go in and play for Liverpool. I don't want to believe that it's Konrad Laimer. I believe Konrad Laimer would 100% want to come in and play at Liverpool. I think it was Yuri Tielemans, because Tielemans is only wanting to go to play for a side which goes by the names of Arsenal. Teams like Liverpool, Man City, Manchester United, Newcastle have come in for him, and he has been resistant and consistent, saying that I only want to go in and play for a side which goes by names of Arsenal. So Konrad Laimer, I don't know why that deal of Liverpool really failed, but obviously Liverpool are really having a lot of problems. The people returning are known midfielders. You get? Thiago Alcantara is out for 6 months, meaning that he's going to even miss the World Cup. The other player is Oxlade-Chamberlain is out. Naby Keita is having problems with Liverpool, doesn't want to renew his contract. It's going to run down, and obviously it's going to be taken. He's planning to go out on a free. That's why he's not being played, and it said that he fell out with the manager and the board of Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp says no, that's not the case. He's still ill, that's why he's not playing. But obviously it shows you that there is something wrong between Jurgen Klopp and Naby Keita. Then Curtis Jones also injured. Which other player? Oxlade-Chamberlain also injured. So they're only left with Anderson, James Milner, and Fabinho, who can play in that position. But let's wait and see how they're going to perform today against Newcastle, because it's a big test. But even Newcastle has some big injuries, like the Maxmans are out, Bruno Guimaraes is out, but they're welcoming in a player whom they signed from Real Sociedad, Ishak. You know him well, Alexandre Ishak, the Swiss international. So that is all about Konrad Laimer turning Liverpool around. I don't know why Liverpool failed to land this deal, but obviously we are really going to know the best out of this story. Now, lastly, this is a story coming in from Fabrizio Romano, letting us know about Lisandro. I think it's Leandro Paredes. Official completed. Leandro Paredes joins Juventus on loan deal with option to buy, clause that could become mandatory. Paredes has completed his medical as new Juventus player today. So Paredes, remember Arsenal had gone in for him to hijack this deal, but obviously told them, I'm so much interested in joining your club, but the problem is you came in late and I had already agreed personal terms with Juventus, and obviously the player is going into a side which goes by names of Juventus, and obviously the amount of money that has gone out has really left me shocked. When United was offered, when PSG offered this player to United, they are requesting for 35 million pounds. That is like 40 million euros. And guess how much he's going to be paid? How much Juventus is going to pay for him next season after a long season on? They are going to pay only 25 million euros. So it shows you how United is taken for a ransom every time they go in for deal. But obviously the player is going to be playing for Juventus. Good signing. I wish United would have gotten him and added him on Casemiro. Would have been a very good central midfielder. Paredes proven good at passing the ball, and he's one player that always makes the midfield really strong. Thank you guys for watching in. Rokani David is my name. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if you're already watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name. And obviously I'm signing out because this is our second video of the day. The first one has been really viewed massively, all vastly by people all over this channel. But endeavor to subscribe to this channel because we want to hit 7,000 subscribers before September comes to an end. I know we can really make it happen, and I cannot make it happen without you guys. It's you that are going to make it happen. Subscribe, guys, and may the Almighty God protect you abundantly. Rokani David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later. And remember, games are going on. Arsenal in the next 60 minutes are starting off with Aston Villa. Arsenal are not having Thomas Partey. They are not having Zinchenko. They are not having, with the player is missing out. I think the rest are variable, and they've brought in Lokonga to play into that position of Thomas Partey. But I really believe like it's Granit Xhaka who's going to sit deep, and they're going to play a double midfield pivot with a player who goes by the names of Lokonga. Then Odegaard is going to play ahead of them. But that shows you that Arsenal really needs to bolster its midfield. And stories coming in from Brazil. It's my next story that I'm doing. They're telling us that Palmeiras has sold Danilo to Arsenal. That's it. That's a story coming in from Brazil. A deal has taken close to 25 to 30 million pounds, and the player is going to join Arsenal. That's my next story I'm coming up in here with. Thank you for watching in. I sign out for now. See you later.